separately both said that I asked them like, well, how do you store this? And what happens if you lose it? Or how is your wife going to know? And they both said the same thing, which is, well, if I give her the seed phrase, that's sort of the weak link. And I
Yeah.
thought, well, that's kind of unique that you're not going to even give your own wife the seed phrase because of I don't think they were worried that the wife was going to actually take anything. It was really more about that she might not know what it is or what to do with it, or maybe that somehow that seed phrase gets out. She just doesn't store it properly.
I
But
think what's more interesting, Mark, there is even if the guy trusts his wife that it's going to be secure with her, problem is a hacker might find it much easier to social engineer attack his wife instead of
yeah,
him, right? Because it's the same seed phrase. So it's easier for a hacker to target her because the user might have all the sophisticated sort of setup for himself to not be hacked, but because now you have handed over to your wife, she might not have the same sophisticated setup that you had for your own seed phrase. And that's where the weakest link sort of shifts from the user to the wife in this case.
okay. I think one of the questions that people would be asking if they're in the US, and I don't know how well known and where your customer base in terms of around the world, like where it's being used the most, but can you give a couple stats on customers, what part of the world? And I'm assuming you have a good base in the US of customers.
Yeah, we have thousands of users at this point, and most of the users are in fact based out of Canada and USA. That's where most of the user base currently reside on because they seek the best possible security for their assets. Period.